Good morning, YouTube. Today should be the day we get to go drive the Evo 8. I'm gonna head down to the shop here in a minute. What all do we have to do? Oil in the transfer case and transmission, connect the coilover to the hub, wheels, downpipe, and motor mounts. I think that's about it. That should be like an hour worth of work. But before we head down there, I just want to take the time out of my day and say how much I appreciate you guys. We're growing so fast on YouTube right now. About to hit 45K, which is insane because I bought this Evo 8 at 25,000. It is time to get grinding on this Evo. We have so many parts and products for that car. A lot of sponsors stepped in on this build as well. So if any of my sponsors are watching this, way too many to name, but thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. And thank you to all my fans and supporters. I don't really like calling you guys fans. You're like more like a family to me. Thank you guys so much. It means the world that you take time out of your day to watch these videos. So that's why I try to make them the absolute best as I possibly can. Before we hit the shop, I got some bad news. I was driving my Evo this morning. I went to the gym to work out just to get it over with before I throw this Evo together. Pulled up to the curb way too close and I'm smashing my bumper off the curb. And look what this thing did to my lip. My lip is like destroyed now. Damn, that is so bad. It was cracked a little bit before, but now it's like, definitely needs to be replaced. I'm honestly not that stressed about it because I wanted a new lip anyway with a splitter as well. So that'd be nice. I guess it's a good opportunity to pick up a new lip, get a splitter for the car, fix the wrap because it's not wrapped all the way, as you guys know. But enough of that, let's hit the shop, get to work on the new baby. So on today's to-do list, we have to, I kind of went over it already, but give you a little visual. Connect my coilover to the hub on both sides. We already got the CV axles in. We have a upper intercooler pipe actually, or the little hose right there. We got to throw that on. That brace slash motor mount, the downpipe with the downpipe hardware, and the wheels. I think I'm gonna have to throw the stock wheels back on for now. Or I do have a set, I have two other sets of wheels that would actually fit this car. I have a set of Evo 10 wheels and I have a set of STI wheels. And maybe I'll just throw my Evo 10 wheels on, my stock Evo 10s. These are too wide right now. I don't feel like raising the car or stretching tires yet to get these to fit. I'm gonna have to do one of the two. And I don't really want to do that right now. I just wanna get this car off the jack stands and go drive it. And these stock wheels are freaking hideous. Look how disgusting these stock wheels are. Halfway peeled off plastic tip. So I don't know if I wanna run those. It kind of ruins the whole look of the car. What should we start on first? I think everything under there is wrapped up, so I don't need to go under there anymore. Let's start with getting these coilovers attached to the hubs. It's pretty easy to do. Y'all probably have to grab a jack and jack up this hub with a whole spindle to get it to raise all the way up to here. Slide the bolts through and we will be well on our way to getting this thing out of the shop. The shop is such a freaking mess right now. So many tools laying around. I'm thinking about going and looking at a car today though, maybe later on. I probably won't bring you guys along because I feel like that's 90% of the channel is me just buying new cars, but I really need a winter car. And you guys are probably gonna say, Devin, you have an Evo or two Evos that are all drive and you have an STI. Yeah, I get that, but the thing with winter cars for me, guys, I like to buy not the nicest cars ever, just so I can beat on them. That's like the only enjoyment I get out of snow. Everything else about snow I really don't like. So what I like to do is just buy something that's not that nice, and then throughout winter I just beat on it, and then when winter's over I'll fix it up, sell it, and make some money on it. And then that kind of supports this passion here with all these cars. But it's a WRX. It's a O2 wagon as well. What that WRX needs though is some motor work. So I guess he went to a shop, had the motor pulled out. They said $7,000 to rebuild the motor. So he's selling it for pretty cheap. There we go. You know what, guys? I'm just gonna throw the stock Evo wheels on for now. My other wheels are buried away in the semi-trailer, so I don't feel like digging them out right now. So this thing's gonna be ugly for a little bit. For those of you that own an Evo, you know how the stock Evo lug nuts are, right? They have like that shank thing on them. This car came with the stock Evo wheels, but with these tuner style lugs, that's definitely not recommended. We should be able to get this side up without a jack, just because that sway bar kind of pulls this side up as well. I'm gonna pull the camera off, shut it off for a minute, but I just have to throw this motor mount on right here, and you can't really get a good angle at that, so see you guys in a minute. All right, we got that motor mount on. While I'm up here, I'm gonna throw that little intercooler pipe on, this one here. All right, all wrapped up there. Next up, let's get this guy on. It's kind of dirty, I should probably clean it, but I don't really feel like cleaning it right now. I feel like there's an insert that goes in there that's missing. because that don't feel right. A little floppy. I'll have to figure that out later. For now, I just want to get this thing done and over with. Why is that so wet right there? Do I already got a leak? The hell? Hopefully that's just old oil just chilling on there. Hopefully one of those seals didn't pop off when I was putting it up in there. That would be shitty. What's next? Downpipe, and don't mind that, guys. That is a spare. My new tea case came with one. I didn't forget it. Downpipe and oil. All that is left is to put oil in the transfer case, which is that plug right there. And then we also, I don't know if you remember when I pulled the transfer, we drained the tranny as well. Let's do this transfer case. How I think I'm gonna do it, pull out that plug, try to cram a hose in there, run the hose up to the top of the car, I'll attach a funnel to the hose and throw oil in it that way. So this is kind of what I'm thinking. Run it through down there, wherever, and come under here, grab this hose. Hopefully it'll fit. Where's the knife at? I'm gonna shave that end down a little bit and cram it in that transfer case fill hole. That should work. So come grab the top of this hose and then grab a little funnel. This guy here, and cram that in. Now I'm just gonna grab our Diaqueen SAE 90. It's gonna take a while to get all the oil through that whole hose. It's the easiest way I can think of. I don't really have a pump that would work. That'll make it a little bit faster. I kind of cleaned the end of the hose off, so what I'm gonna do, put as much oil in it as I can, and then just blow through it with my mouth and kind of blow the oil into the transfer case. This is taking this will probably take an hour. I'm gonna just vlog on my GoPro a little bit, see how it looks. Let me know in the comments below what you think. But as that transfer case is filling up, I'm gonna do the transmission at the same time. Knock two birds out with one stone. So I'm gonna get the same exact setup, run a hose into that fill plug of the transmission. I forget exactly what we're doing on the tranny. I think we're doing I wanna say the Redline cocktail. Yeah, we are. So I'll have it linked down in the description box. You know, guys, I'll throw both these oils down there. The Diaqueen for the transfer case, and then transmission, we're doing Redline cocktail. So it's 2 quarts of MT90 Redline and then 1 quart of MTL. That's what I run in my Evo 10 as well, and it seems to work pretty good. MTL to MT90. So I'm gonna get that going as well right now, so we can just get everything done, get this thing off the stands, go fire it up, and see how it drives. Got my nice little setup here. Just run it down. Much easier to get to this transmission fill. It's just right here, that plug right there. Perfect. I know there's gonna be people that say, don't run the Redline cocktail, don't do it, run only Mitsubishi oil. I've ran cocktail on so many cars, and it seems to help out with the shifting quite a bit, which we all know is a Evo issue. Aren't about in the 8, but definitely in the 10. It's gonna go way faster than the transfer case. So the factory service manual calls for 0.6 quarts to go into the transfer case. I got about 0.6 quarts in there. I'm gonna pull that hose out of there, cram the fill plug back in because it's wanting to come out. I was reading online, it does that to a bunch of other people as well. I know that transfer case was dry before I put it in the car. So I'm just putting 0.6 quarts in there, and I'm gonna go drive around the block and then come back to the shop, get it on ramps, and check over the transfer case oil, pull the fill plug out, let it drain out a little bit, and also do that with the transmission as well. Make sure they're both full, both topped off with the necessary oil. Well, guys, should we do it? Let's fire her up, see what happens. Hey, it moves. So here is the game plan. I'm letting the car warm up. I'm gonna go drive it for, I don't know, 5 minutes maybe. come back to the shop, pull the front end up on the ramps, jack the rear end up so it's even. How those fill plugs work is that is where the oil level should be. So basically what you do, you fill it up over that fill plug, and then you let it drain out of that fill hole until it stops draining and your oil level is good. As long as your car is level, your oil level will be fine. So that's the game plan. That's what we're gonna do. As long as we don't have any leaks and the transfer case doesn't make any noise, which I'm hoping it really doesn't, we should be good to go. Let's go on a drive, see what happens. Very, very successful day out with the Evo. Car's running good. I mean, other than the tune, the transmission works as it should. Transfer case works as it should. I haven't noticed any leaks whatsoever yet. So I'm very, very hyped on the progress of the Evo 8. So hyped. You know, people often ask me how I'm able to do what I do. How do I know how to work on all these cars? How do I afford all these cars? There's so many different ways and answers you could go about that. There's a million different pieces of advice I could give you, honestly. But if I could give you the one piece of advice that I think has helped me the most, is realize what your passion lies in and just roll with that. For the longest time, I wanted to be in the fitness industry. I was always telling people, my close friends, that I wanted to be like on the Gymshark team. I wanted to be a Gymshark sponsored athlete, which, don't get me wrong, I still love the fitness industry. It would be dope to be in that, but I'm so glad I sat down one day and realized what my actual passion is, which is clearly it's cars. I love working on cars. I love fixing cars, other people's mistakes, whatever it may be, making them look good, flipping cars on the side to make money. It doesn't matter what it is. If I'm working on a car, I feel like that's my true happiness. That's my true passion. It's just insane and absolutely mind-blowing that I get to share everything and all of that with you guys here on YouTube. So it's absolutely crazy. That's exactly what my whole brand is about, Vossen. If you guys don't know, Vossen is Czech for passion. So that's what the whole brand is behind. It's about the passion, no matter what your passion is. The thing I want to get across the most is like try to find your true passion in life. As soon as you realize your passion, I feel like the opportunities and directions you can take that are endless. It doesn't have to be on YouTube. It can be, I could have opened a shop. You know, I could have opened a shop and been working on other people's cars. That would have been amazing as well. It doesn't matter what it is. As long as I have a car in my hand, I'm fine. I'm happy. I love it. Freaking amazing. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.